What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Sabri, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about something that affects all of us, which is how we use our screens and how we can use tech in healthier, more mindful ways. I'm introducing an app we've been building called Mindful Pixels, a tool to help you manage your screen time, feel better, and live more intentionally with your digital devices. So why am I bringing this up, or why would you even create an app like that? So according to a recent study by the CDC on youth and screen time, about 1/2 of teenagers spend 4 or more hours per day on screens, not including schoolwork. That's half of teenagers spending a large chunk of their day in front of screens. Have you ever heard of the iPad babies? What's important and what's worrying is that teenagers who spend 4 or more hours on screen time are more likely to report symptoms of anxiety or depression compared with their teens who spend less time online. So excessive screen time has also been linked to serious poor health habits, fatigue, and other health concerns. Digital wellness means having a healthy, intentional relationship with technology. Instead of letting it control your time and attention, it's about using tech in ways that support your well-being rather than undermine it. So a study by Penn State Health Promotion Program encourages students to disconnect periodically, reconnect in real life, and be mindful about how screen use impacts their sleep, stress levels, and social life. That's why we created Mindful Pixels, a simple app built to help you take control of your screen use. Mindful Pixels is designed to a few things. So one of the main things is to track your daily screen time, so you can actually see how much time you're spending on your device, and it will categorize it in different apps, so you see which app you're using the most, and you can go from there. With that, you can set gentle limits on certain apps or overall screen use. Because we're trying to encourage healthier habits like daily reflections or device breaks and mindful transitions. Also, we're trying to figure out how we can add insights and tips for boosting digital wellness based on research and best practices. With Mindful Pixels, you aren't just counting hours, you're building intentional habits that help you feel better, sleep better, and spend more time on things that really matter. I'm gonna go and show you guys a quick demo, but here's what Mindful Pixels lets you do. So it will tell you your daily screen time dashboard, so you see your usage at a glance. We have also incorporated reminders that help you stop scrolling and start living. We've also encouraged you to keep a journal. So with it, we have quick questions to help you think about why you're using your phone and how you feel after using your phone for that amount of time. And we could add a little bit of wellness tips with like science-backed suggestions on sleep, focus, and digital balance. Instead of shaming you for being online, Mindful Pixels help you understand habits with real numbers, like that CDC survey telling us about average screen time and levels and the potential mental health links. And it encourages not just less screen time, but smart screen time. If you want to take control of your digital life, give Mindful Pixels a try. Put your phone back in your pocket and more often focus on what matters and watch how much better you feel. So as you can see, we have different apps moduled down, and you have the amount of time that you spent on it. This will help you understand what you're spending your most amount of time on. So you can see if I'm doing school-related stuff, then this would make sense. But if I'm not, I'm listening to music for 4.5 hours, then you could share it with your family and see what they think and maybe help them understand what you're doing. So if you want to see a detailed view of the amount of time that you're spending per day, you will have the text mode right here that will show you the amount of time that you spent on Safari, music, messages, email. And if you want a bigger view, this is a weekly view and a monthly view so that you can understand it better. Right now, the iPhone has this feature, but it can only show you daily and weekly statistics. The idea is to have you see monthly ones. This way you can budget out and see how much time of your life you're actually using and dedicating to these kind of technologies. And if you want something better to look at and you just don't like the way the text is made, we have also made a graph mode, so you can take a look and see what time of the day you're actually online and see, like, if you see a pattern there. I'm using my phone when I'm off my lunch break, and weekly I'm using it more this way. Monthly, each week I've used the phone this much. The idea here is just so you can have a better understanding of how much time is being spent on this stuff. Because if you look right here, 120 hours on Safari might seem really significant compared to how many hours you have in a month. So we added a settings page if you wanted to share your data with your friends and family, a timer so you can see a specific breakdown. Once you open up an app, you see how much time you've already spent in total. You get notifications. If you're colorblind, we added this for you. Access to contacts, and we added a funny Unleash Wumpus. If you know Discord, that's who Wumpus is. We built this through the Discord, so just a little funny meme right there. And one of the main features is right here, which is sharing your data. As you can see, if you click more contacts, you will have a specific breakdown of who you want to share your information with. This will be through a form of a text message. We just didn't want to complicate it and make it so that you had to send an email. I think text messaging is the best way because it's very interactive and very easy to view. So once you do that, then we go to one of the main features really of what will make or break this app is the breakdown of how much you spent and journaled about your experiences using these apps. So as you can see, the calendar has a view of what app was the main culprit of wasting your time. So you can see right here we have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Chrome, and it will populate to show you which app dominated your day that time. And the idea is to click on the plus sign and create a new journal. So through this, you will use this feature to give us an idea of how you felt after using that app for that specific amount of time, or how you felt after that day of using your phone. And this will come in handy once you see the list mode. You will be able to reflect, oh, based on the day that I didn't feel good, I'll just go and see what I wrote down for that day. So you type your journal right here. As you can see, answer the prompt, how do you feel after using Instagram for 45 minutes? And you save it, and then you just go and reflect. If you don't like it, you can delete this entry, as you can see right here, but we'll get to that in just a second. So this is the list mode that we were talking about. So if you have an easier time remembering dates, you'll be able to remember what you said for those days. If you remember it based on the emoji that you used, then you would say, oh, that day I felt great. That day was all right. Oh, that was a horrible day. And I spent a lot of time on Twitter because of it. If you don't like the way you journaled that day, you can edit your entry. If you didn't want to share it with anybody, you can delete it. And we have the emoji right here so that you can see which day you were using it the most. And yeah, creating new entries, going to the calendar, viewing your journal right there of how much time you spent on it. And that's basically the idea behind the app. We just want you to be aware of how much time you're spending on it. Time is limited and it's our most valuable asset. So we would hate for you to be wasting your time on things that could that replace meaningful connections with others. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Hit that like button, subscribe, and comment below on what features you want next. Thanks for watching, and see you the next time. Peace.